Hello, hello. Welcome to Trailblaze Thursday. I got 2:01 on the clock right now. Gonna leave this up for a minute or so. Chance, come on in. Today we're gonna need a couple things for class, including some sort of weight that's gonna challenge you, whether that's a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a laundry detergent, a book bag that's weighted down with some books or some cans. I'm gonna show you how to use all those different options. You're also going to need a hand towel. Alrighty. All right. Again, welcome to Trailblaze Thursday. My name is Petey with Boston College Campus Recreation. We got some good stuff coming up today for our Trailblaze Thursday. So I'm going to talk about our class setup, the things you're going to need, and then we'll get into the warm-up. So for today's class, we have worked with AMSAPs before, as many sets as possible. We're going to do it a little bit differently today. So we have 3 different AMSAPs. They're each going to be 10 minutes long. So we've got 3 10-minute blocks of work. I'm going to give you exercises with a count to do in each block of work. And in between each block of work, we're going to take a 2-minute break. All right. So before I get into the first block of work, we're going to go ahead and get warmed up. First things first, I'm going to post the Spotify playlist link in the chat here if you would like to follow along with that. There we go. All righty. If you are following along with me on Spotify, go ahead and get that playlist started, find some space, and let's get moving. All right, starting off, opening the legs up nice and wide. Let's open the arms up wide and get a release through the chest. So I want you to try and touch your thumbs back behind your back. And relax, shake those arms out. Next, we're going to clasp the hands together, turn them inside out, take them above the head, and we're going to stretch to the right first. So you should feel the stretch down the lat, a little bit into the rib cage, underneath the armpit, maybe down the leg. And let's take it to the other side. Feeling that stretch through the lat, through the armpit, through the rib cage. And shaking those arms out. We're going to move to open the gate. So we want to take the knee from the inside to the outside and then switch legs. You want to try and hit your full range of motion, taking your knee up as high as it can go, taking it out as wide as it can go before putting it back down on the ground. All right, now we're going to close the gate, taking the knee from the inside to the outside. Or I'm sorry, outside to inside. Woo. All right, moving to a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of an active work for the back leg. We've got an alternating RDL. One leg down on the ground, let the other leg extend back, heel goes towards the ceiling, and then switch legs. Now we're doing this to turn on the hamstring, the glutes. We're also doing this to turn on the balance, so it's okay if you're a little bit wobbly right here. Think about pulling that belly button into the spine and start to establish some good breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more each leg here. All right, coming to a standing position, we're going to work on an arm stretch. Hold on. Welcome, welcome. If you're just coming in, I'm going to repost the Spotify playlist link. There we go. All right, so arm stretch. Take the arm across the body, and we want to rotate the ankle at the same time. Warming up the arm and the ankle here, a little bit of a shoulder stretch. And let's take it to the other side. So bringing the other arm across, rolling that ankle, moving in circles, getting that joint nice and warmed up. All right, moving to the wrists next. I want you to clasp those hands together, and we are moving the wrists in circles back and forth. If you're like me, you're experiencing some popping right now, that's okay. Trying to bend the wrist in multiple directions. All right, and then arms out wide. Let's do some arm circles going forward. Nice small circles. Chest is nice and proud. Building some heat in the arm. Squeezing in between the shoulder blades. Let's go medium circles now. So I really want you to keep that chest proud. Think about keeping the shoulders back and down. Let's go nice big circles here. Full range of motion. Welcome, welcome. Reposting the Spotify playlist. Perfect. Big full range of motion circles. And now we go backwards. Full range of motion, getting a stretch through the chest. Medium circles here. Awesome, awesome. And small circles going backwards. Should be at least thinking about sweating at this point. Go ahead and shake those arms out, relax. All right, I'm gonna go through our first AMSAP today. I'm gonna say all of the things again that I said earlier. Make sure that you keep moving around, stretch anything that feels particularly tight, particularly sore, anything like that. All right, so for today's class, we've got 3 10-minute AMSAPs. So 3 10-minute blocks, as many sets as possible. For our first block, we're gonna be working with a weight. You got plenty of options here. For more traditional options, you can go with a kettlebell or a dumbbell. You're only gonna need one, and you want a weight that's gonna be challenging to you. If you don't have those pieces of equipment, you can also use a laundry detergent, or you can grab a book bag and fill it with books or cans. All right, for this first 10-minute block, we've got 3 exercises. We're gonna do 10 reps each exercise. Exercise number 1 is a swing. You can do this with any piece of equipment. I'm gonna start showing you with the kettlebell. I want your heels right outside your hips. You wanna grab the weight with both hands. What's gonna happen here is we're gonna hinge the hips back towards the wall behind us, and then we're going to stand back up while squeezing glutes and hamstrings and letting that weight go forward. So I'm driving the weight forward with my hips, glutes, hamstrings, back is staying nice and flat. Now, here's what this looks like with a couple of different options. Dumbbell option, holding the top of the dumbbell, like so. Laundry detergent, hold with both hands and swing. Same deal with the book bag. You're holding the handle. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer swing here, depending on the size of your book bag. Exercise number 2, we've got a single arm clean and press. We're doing 5 each side. I'll start with the book bag. You're gonna take the weight up the body here and press to the top. Take it back down. 1, there we go. Clean and press. Taking that weight up the front of the body. We've got 5 each side for 10 total. With the dumbbell, looks like this. Clean and press. We're driving through the heels. We're keeping the chest nice and proud. Now, a little variation with a kettlebell. You can swing to clean that kettlebell up. Give you a little bit more momentum. Plenty of options. I'm gonna keep rotating through as we go. Our third exercise is a squat. You're holding your weight at your chest, heels outside the hips, squatting down and all the way back up. 3 exercises, 10 reps each, 10 minutes. Get as many sets in as you can. You wanna aim for around 3 to 4 sets, all right? I'm gonna be doing this with you, but you don't have to stay with me if you don't want to. All right, 10 minutes on the clock. We are starting with 10 swings. Ready, set, go. Grab your weight option, start those swings. Make sure you're breathing, chest stays proud. Weight stays in the heels. 5, 6, 7. Pull that belly button into the spine. Nice tight core. All right, after the 10 swings, we've got 5 clean and press each side. clean and press. So with the clean here, I'm sitting my hips back a little bit and then standing the hips up to get that momentum. I especially need this if my weight is a little bit heavier. 5 each side here, so switching sides. 1. Driving through the heels, squeezing the core. Make sure when you're catching the weight, you catch it with bent knees. I got 2 more here. If you're already through this, you got 10 squats. All right, moving on to the squats. I'm using my book bag this time. Heels outside hips, chest is proud. Sit the hips back and down. We got 10. Keep that gaze lifted. Try and look at where the ceiling meets the wall. Press through the heels here. Keep the knees out wide over the toes. 9, 10. All right, I'm moving on to my set number 2. We got 8 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. It's okay to go slower than me. It's okay to go faster. We start back with swings. Make sure you're hinging the hips back and squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings to drive that weight forward. 7, 8. Make sure you're breathing with these swings. 10. Next up, clean and press. 5 each side. I'm going to do the kettlebell this time with the swing option. So we're still driving through the heels. We are powering through with our posterior chain, transferring that energy up to the upper body and the shoulder. Keep breathing. 5 each side here. Now, if you're working with a kettlebell and it's slapping on the wrist, I want you to work on keeping the kettlebell in nice and tight and pulling the elbow back on the clean. So I want the kettlebell, sorry, I tried to do it slow motion there, to travel up the middle of the body, and I want to move my arm around it. I got 1 more here, then we're moving on to squats. Keep breathing, keep moving. Use my dumbbell for squats this time. Now this is a goblet squat position, which means we're engaging our core more than we would with a back squat. Keeps our chest proud, keeps the weight connected to our body. We got 10 total. I got 2 more here. All right. 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. I'm starting my round number 3. A bag this time. Now for these swings, I'm grabbing the handle of this bag. 10 swings. You may have to take your legs out a little bit wider for the book bag. 5, 6. Make sure you stand up nice and tall at the top of your swing. 8, 9, 10. All right, next up, going for a clean and press. I'm gonna clean and press my laundry detergent this time. If you're doing that, make sure the cap's screwed on nice and tight. Keep breathing, keep moving, keep that core tight, especially because we're challenging ourselves with weight here. And 5. 5 each side, I'm switching it up. So I'm catching with a little bend in the knees. That's gonna protect my knees and protect my back. 1 more here. All right, moving on to our squats. Use my kettlebell for squats this time. Heels outside the hips. Try and sit those hips back and down to knee level. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. I got one more. Whew. Keep breathing. We got less than 4.5 minutes on the clock. This is your only weighted AMSAP. You got this. Going back to swings. Keep breathing and listen to your body. If it's telling you to take a break for a minute, feel free to do that. Jump back in when you're feeling better. 4, 6. Standing up nice and tall at the top of that swing, even with the head. Whew. I'm moving on to my clean and press. 5 and 5, 10 total, 5 each side. I'm gonna do my dumbbell this time. Use those hips to give you momentum for the clean, especially if you got a heavy weight here. The motion is hips sitting back and down, and then stand them up nice and quick. It's okay if you come off your heels. 5 each side. Pull that belly button into the spine to brace, especially when the weight goes overhead. If you need a little extra power in your press, you can always breathe up as you push. That powerful breath is gonna give you a little bit more. All right, I'm moving on to squats. Detergent this time. Heels outside the hips. 10 total. 3, 4. Keep that chest proud. Elbows in nice and tight. I got 3 more. 2. Going back to swing. Set number 5. We got 2 minutes left on the clock. Whew. This is another good one you could breathe with. As you drive the hips forward, that's when you breathe out. Makes it nice and powerful and encourages your core to brace. Next up to the clean and press. Take a second and grab water if you need it. Listen to that body. Grab some recovery if you need to. Less than 1.5 minutes on the clock. We got this. Clean and press, we got 5 each side. Now with this press, you want to try and keep your torso straight. We don't want a big bend to press up. Nice tight core. Drive through the heels and the back of the body. Staying with it, staying with it. We're in the last minute of this first set here. Again, if you're cleaning the kettlebell, keep it nice and close to your body. It's called controlling the arc. I got 1 more here. 27 seconds. Try and complete the set you're on. Doing squats right now, 10. Try to finish out my reps before time. 5, 6, 7. We got 5 seconds. 8. And time. Take a rest. You got 2 minutes to rest, 2 minutes to breathe. Keep your chest up. Hands on the hips if you need some more air, or hands by the head if you need some more air. For the next AMSAP, no weights, you need a hand towel. Hand towel right here. Now, just in case you gotta run and go and get one, I'm gonna take a sip of Gatorade for 30 seconds and then I'll go through our exercises. Grabbing a hand towel A resistance band will also work. Now we're trying to get the heart rate to come down a little bit. So breathe in through that nose, out through the mouth. All right. Make sure you clear any of your weight options out of your area. All right, same setup for this next block. 10-minute AMSAP, 3 exercises, 10 reps an exercise. With your towel, you want to grab it so that your arms are about shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider apart. Move number 1, we're going to do a lateral lunge with something called a serving tray. So you want an underhand grip on the hand towel, all right? We're going to lunge out to the side, and as we drop down into this lunge, I want you to press the arms forward to shoulder height, okay? And we're coming back to the middle and switching sides. Side lunge with serving tray. Now, the key of working out with the towel is to keep this tension nice and tight. Exercise number 2, we've got an overhead pull down. Good tension on the towel here. We're gonna pull it down behind our head with elbows in the finishing position, pointing down to the ground. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm squeezing in between my shoulder blades and bracing my core. 10 of those. And we got 10 Supermans. So we're actually gonna do these Supermans standing up. We want arms shoulder width apart. What we're gonna do is squeeze between our shoulder blades and take the towel back behind the head and then back to a returning position. It isn't gonna feel like you're moving very far, and that's okay. This is building upper back strength and mobility, all right? 10 lateral lunges with the serving tray, 10 overhead pull downs, 10 standing Superman. Let's do this. Starting with the lateral lunges. Ready, set, go. 10 minutes on the clock. Underhand grip, lunge, and serving tray. Make sure you're alternating legs here. Now we want to keep the chest up nice and proud. We want to keep good tension in the towel, and we want to sit the hips back and down. Drive off the outside of that outside foot. All right, next up, we've got our overhead pull down. Switch that grip, tension on the towel, pulling it down behind the head, pressing back to the top. We got 10 here. 6. Keep a good squeeze in the core. It's okay if you gotta tip your head forward a little bit. Woo. Shaking those arms out before we move on to the Supermans. All right, Supermans, bringing the hands in a little bit, up above the head. Now, this is a movement that's specifically designed for your rhomboids, right in between your shoulder blades. So try and focus the work on those muscles. 3, 4, 5, 6. Try not to move that head on this one. You want the work to come from the shoulder blades. Woo! Shake the arms out if you need to. We're working little tiny muscles, which means they're gonna fatigue much faster. Back to the lateral lunges, underhand grip. 10 total. We got 5 each side. 2. Ooh, my arms are burning. 5. Keep that chest proud. Sit those hips back and down. The leg on the inside stays straight. Keep tension on that towel. I can feel it burn in the triceps and the biceps. And 10. Whew. Grab a shake, grab a stretch, whenever you need it. We've got 7.5 minutes left on the clock. Overhead pull down next. Hands out wide of the shoulders for this one. Just a little bit. 2. Bracing that core. Think about like the cable lat pull down you see in the gym. This is that exact same movement. And 10. Woo! Collected a bird in the arms. I love it. Next up, we've got that Superman. Now, this can also be done pressed up against a wall here. I don't really have a convenient wall to show you. Oh, wait, here we go. Yeah. So, pressed up against the wall, and this is gonna help you determine how much you're moving here without moving your head. 5, 6, 7. We got 10 total. There we go. Use my towel to wipe my sweat off the wall here. Going back to our lateral lunge next. 6 minutes on the clock. Switching those legs. The alternating legs is important to engage that core and your balance. 5, 6. I got 4 more to go here. Keep that tension on the towel. 8. Whew, keep breathing. Keep the chest lifted. Got 1 more. Whew. Next up, we've got that overhead pull down. Remember, grab a stretch when you need it. Grab some hydration when you need it. Listen to that body. We are halfway through set number 2 of 3. You're doing an awesome job. Overhead pull down next. Now is a good time to think about breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 6. I got 3 more here. We want to try and keep the shoulders away from the ears. Woo. Standing Supermans are next. Now, the standing Superman is a really good exercise if you find that you stand like this a lot. It's going to pull that posture back into position. Going for that Superman, try not to move the neck, try not to move the head, and keep those shoulders back and down. 4. You may feel the rib cage open up a little bit. That's that thoracic spine mobility starting to develop. All right. How about a tricep, shoulder, bicep burn? Upper arms are working. Next up, we're going back to that lateral lunge. We've got just under 4 minutes on the clock. Lateral lunge to serving tray. This underhand grip is nice because it gives us work with our arms in a different rotation than they normally are. 6. Keep driving off that outside foot. Keep the weight in the heels. 10. Whew. Shaking it out once you get to 10. Shake out those arms. Next up, moving to that overhead pull down. Hands out a little bit wider for this one. Keep tension in that towel. 3. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Pulling the belly button to the spine. Try not to stand with locked knees. Soften them up. 8. 9, 10. Whew. Taking a shake here. We got 2.5 minutes to go. Supermans are next. Nice narrow arms, shoulder width apart. Little tiny movement here. Very important movement. Try and keep the hips nice and stable. We don't want to feel like a dip back in the hips here. We want to keep those nice and firm. I got 3 more to go. Woo! Feeling some heat. Let's see if we can get one more set in. We got a little under 2 minutes on the clock. Back to the lateral lunge. Serving tray. Sitting those hips back and down. You might be starting to feel some fatigue in the quad. Or almost there. 6, 7, 8. Woo! Keep working, you got this. Shake those arms out. Overhead pull down next. Almost at the end of block number 2. We only got 1 more AMSAP to go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Keeping the tension on that band the whole time. I'm sorry, on the towel the whole time. I got 2 more to go here. Shaking the arms. 43 seconds. Let's get those Supermans in. Keep breathing. Keep the chest lifted. Big squeeze in between those shoulder blades. 10. Shaking the arms out. We still got time. 15 seconds. Let's start those lateral lunges again. We go all the way until time is called. 8 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Rest. You got 2 minutes. Walk around, stay nice and light, nice and loose. Grab some water, some Gatorade if you need it. The last AMSAP is all body weight, no equipment needed. You might want a mat, totally up to you, depending on what surface you're using right here. So if you want a mat, make sure you go grab that now. Alrighty, our last 3 exercises, for our last AMSAP featuring Artemis the dog. Number 1, we've got marble grabs. So here's what these look like. This is a shuffle move. You want to reach down, grab the marble on the floor, pick it up, shuffle to the side, grab the next marble. Now you can do this walking or shuffling. What's up, Artemis? And go with a little squat tap here. We got 10 of these. Exercise number 2, we've got to sit up, twist, twist. So we're gonna sit up, twist, twist. Take it back. Oh, twist into a dog. There we go. Just like that. If you need some assistance with the sit up, find something to hook your feet under. It's gonna help you sit all the way up there. Exercise number 3, we're working a plank to push up. Excuse me. I know, you gotta come over here. Can you come over here? All right, that works too. Plank to push up here. So we want to do this on the knees, the toes, or knees under hips. We're going from the push-up position down to plank, back up to the top. All right? Trying to keep the hips and the shoulders square to the ground. 10 marble grabs, 10 sit-up twist twist, 10 plank to push-up, our last 10-minute AMSAP. Let's get after it. 10 minutes on the clock, starting with the marble grabs. Ready, set, go. Grab that marble, shuffle it over. We got 10 total. Little cardio spike late in the game. 4. Try and keep the chest lifted. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next up, hitting the sit-up twist twist. We want to twist to both sides here on each sit-up. We got 10 total. Keep breathing. Make sure you touch the ground on each side of your twist so that you know you're getting a full rotation. 7, 8. I got 2 more here. You can throw those hands forward for some momentum. All right, plank to push up next. Flipping it over. Knees, toes, or knees under hips. Keep shoulders and hips square. Try and alternate the hand that steps up into the push-up position. Keep breathing. Keep the core pulled in tight. 6. Woo, shoulder burns. 8. I got one more each side here. 10. All right, I'm starting my next set. 8:25 on the clock. Back to marble grabs. Walking option here. Still keep the chest up and proud. We're taking that step tap instead of the shuffle. I got 5 more. Going for 10 total. Ooh, should be feeling a burn on the side of the legs. That was sneaky. Shake the legs if you need to. Next up, sit up, twist, twist. Again, if you need some help with the sit-up, feel free to hook those toes under something that's heavier than you are. It's gonna help you get to the top of that sit-up. We got 10 total. Keep breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth if you can. 6. 7. I got 3 more to go here. 8. 9. 10. Whew. Flipping it over for some plank to push up. Check it out here. We got a knees under hip option. We're still keeping the core tight, still keeping shoulder blades or shoulders square to the ground. I'm at 5, I got 5 more. Now with the knees under hips option, you still want to try and tip your weight forward into your hands. I got 1 more. All right, back up for marble grabs. Side shuffle, we got 10. 6:22 on the clock. 6. 7. Keep breathing, keep breathing. We are almost there. 6 minutes and 8 seconds for being done, to be exact. Next up, sit up, twist, twist. Again, those hands can be used if you throw them forward to help get your body to the top of the sit-up. 6. Good work, good work. Keep pushing, keep moving. 8. I got 2 more to go. Next up, plank to push up. We got this, team, we got this. Knees, toes, or knees under hips. Keeping that back nice and flat. Think about your favorite drink. Right now, it might just be an ice cold water. We want to keep it from spilling if that cup of water is resting on our back. Nice and stable. I got 3 more to go. One more. Woo. Back up for marble grabs. Team, we got 4 minutes and 40 seconds left of this workout. You got this. Marble grabs, we got 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo, feeling a burn on the outside of the legs. Keep breathing through it. You're doing awesome work today. Next up, sit up, twist, twist. Keep breathing, keep breathing. You don't want to stop breathing. If you stop breathing, you stop working. Gotta get oxygen in to the brain, to the muscles, and to the lungs. Although I suppose that goes in the opposite order. I got 4 more here. Getting a full rotation on each twist. I believe I got 1 more. Next up, flip it over. Plank to push up. 3.5 minutes on the clock. 10 total here. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Hold that belly button into the spine. Light up the quads, light up the glutes. Everything's working. If you gotta sit back, take a second, feel free to do so. Listen to your body. I got 4 more. I got 1 more to go. All right. Grab it a shake if you need it. We got 2.5 minutes. Let's get 1 more set in. 2, 10 each exercise, 3 exercises. Knock it out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Shaking the legs out. We got this, team. Sit up, twist, twist. Using those arms for momentum. We're in the final stretch. 7, 8, 9. I got 1 more, 1 more. Woo! Keep moving, keep working hard. You're doing awesome, way to hang in there. Last 1.5 minutes to go. Plank to push up. Next up. 3. Try and keep alternating that hand that steps up into the plank. Or, I'm sorry, into the push-up. 7, 8. I got 1 more here. Whew. Less than 1 minute to go. Finishing it out. I'm starting another set. 2, 3, 4. Collecting all the marbles. 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! 30 seconds to go, team. Try and finish the exercise that you're on. 2, 3, 4. Keep pushing, keep pushing. You got 15 seconds. Finish it out, finish it out. 8. 5 seconds, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Whew. Breathe. Wherever you're at. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Open up that chest. If you're not sitting on the ground, come on down to the ground for a stretch. 1 foot in towards the middle, other foot extends out. We want to reach towards that toe. Woo! Try and keep that chest open, even in your stretch. Breathe it in through the nose, out through the mouth. And give yourself a little pat on the back. That's good stuff. 3 10-minute blocks of work. We worked with weights. We worked with a hand towel. We worked with body weight. We did all kinds of movements today, working the whole body in a high intensity interval style. A little bit longer intervals than you're used to. Training a HIIT setting, 10 minutes as opposed to 30 seconds or even 2 minutes. But it still counts. Still gets that heart rate to go up and down like that, which is what we want for a really good metabolic response. Standing on up now, let's do a quad stretch. Grabbing a shoelace here. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Other side. All right, shoulder stretch here, taking the arm across. Make sure you grab the arm behind the joint so you're not putting unnecessary pressure on that elbow. Release, switch arms. Think about maybe incorporating that Superman move into some of your regular exercise. Like I said, it's a great move if you find that you're sitting or standing with hunched over shoulders a lot. Helps to work those postural muscles so we stand a little straighter. All right, shaking the arms out, shaking the legs out. Thank you so much for joining me today. Awesome, awesome work on this Trailblaze Thursday. Again, my name is Petey with Boston College Campus Recreation. If you have any questions, comments, requests, concerns, I got you. Shoot me an email at petersrx@bc.edu. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. Oh, check in with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. with Caroline for our Fitness Feature Friday.